Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me for your weekly reading, and this read is for the week of the 20th to the 27th of April. I will leave timestamps in the description box below, okay, so you can skip this next part because I'm really quickly going to tell you which decks I'm using today. So we've got the Spirit Animals Oracle card deck. Okay, this is going to be your first message out. I don't see any sort of maker name on this deck. Fairly certain you can find it with a quick Google search. We've also got the Odyssey of the Elder Filthark rune deck, my absolute favourite rune deck. So there's that one. We'll also be using the Crystal Grid deck by Mystic Mondays. So your healing crystal message is coming from this one today. We've got the classic Tea Leaf deck. Again, love this deck. We've got the Divine Initiation Oracle for your healing and guidance message at the end. This one's by Valkyrie Art. It is an indie print, so you're going to be able to get a copy of this by using my link below. Okay, I will put the link for that in my description box and in my pinned comment. And we also, just in case we need it, we're using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz for the main tarot message. But in case we need to clarify anything, we might not need to, but in case we do, I'll be using the Strange World Tarot. Okay, so that's the decks that we're using. Now let's get into your reading and we'll find out what's coming in towards you guys for the week of the 20th of April to the 27th. So what's coming in for Scorpio, please? Scorpio Collective. Whoa. Oh, you've got two, because that top one wants to come out as well. We'll not take a look at that one at the moment. We'll take the Orca Whale first. And this one says, Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You're more powerful than you know. Yeah, there's loads of messages there for you, Scorpio. So this week, they're saying to dare to do something differently. Which I find that a very refreshing message, to be completely honest with you, especially of late, where the messaging, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, you probably have, but the messaging in the media particularly has been about, get back inside your box. How dare you? Know your place. Remember your place, right? Remember who you're supposed to be, right? Now, I've definitely noticed that coming from the media quite a lot lately. But I've also noticed it in personal life as well. You know, there's been a few little incidences where the messaging has been, how fucking dare you get back inside your box, right? So, with you being a Scorpio, your initial knee-jerk reaction to that is going to be, nah, not doing that. Your initial reaction is going to be defiant, right? And Spirit's saying, keep being defiant. Keep being defiant. Dare to do things differently, okay? Whenever someone's trying to force you back into that box, refuse. Absolutely refuse, and know that you're doing the right thing by daring to be different, by daring to do something different. Spirit's saying literally, you've got to sing your wild song, okay? And here's the thing. Not everybody's necessarily going to support you, right? But those who believe in that song, whatever that might be, those who believe in what it is that you're saying, they're going to back you 100% of the way, okay? Manifest your travel dreams. That's an interesting one. Maybe you've been aspiring to leave where you're currently at permanently. Or maybe you're one of these that's been playing with the idea of going traveling. Just for a little bit and then come back. Spirit's saying that's going to be a really good idea for you, okay? You're going to learn a lot about yourself. while you're traveling. That's going to be a huge part of your own growth, is while you've taken yourself out of your normal environment and deliberately put yourself into a new environment. You're going to learn so much about yourself doing that, okay? Attempt the great journey with confidence. So, remain confident. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. So, of course, the word family is going to mean lots of different things to lots of people. For some, it is going to be those that they are genetically related to. And for others, their friends are going to be their family. Okay? Because remember, everyone comes from different backgrounds. Everyone has different life experiences. So it's whatever the words family means specifically for you. Okay? They're going to be your treasures. They're going to be the ones that back you up and support you and be there for you, okay? Time to be brave, and you're more powerful than you know. So you have... See, whenever I see that orca, the word that comes to mind is gravitas. Gravitas. You have more gravitas than you even realize that you do, okay? So it is time for you to say what it is that you have to say. Sing your song, okay? Whatever this is that you have to do. And you're going to know how this resonates for you personally, okay? It's anything that you've been thinking about doing for a while, but you've never actually done anything about it or with it, okay? This is Spirit's nudge to say, Scorpio, that thing that you wanted to do. Now is the time for you to do it, okay? Now is the time for you to do it. And then this one, spooky. Really spooky. Because it's another deep sea creature. Singer and humpback whale. So you've got adventure and singer, and two of these are giant deep sea creatures. Out of that entire deck. Strong emphasis on your water element this week, Scorpio. Very strong emphasis. Now, I know that sounds like a strange thing to say because, yes, you are a water sign. But here's the thing. Technically, you're fire water because you're ruled by Mars. Technically you're fire water. I used to say, yeah, it's a lot like whiskey. It's an acquired taste, right? More emphasis on your water element this week. Okay, Scorpio. This one says, sing healing songs for the world. So there's something to do with your voice, the messages that you carry. Even if you don't consider yourself a very good singer, okay? It could be speaking something to the world, and it's sitting with people. It's sinking in. It's going through to the right people. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Okay? Again, vital when you consider that message about daring to do things differently over here. Dare to do things differently because nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. So remember that the next time someone tries to force you back into your quote-unquote box. Okay? Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Again, gravitas. So, we're going to bear that in mind as we're pulling more cards, because the pieces of the puzzle, they will start to fit together, okay? Let's take a look at your rune. What rune message do you have for Scorpio for the week of the 20th to the 27th of April, please? Rune for Scorpio, thank you. Fihu. Fihu. Literally, wealth, value, luxury, and extravagance. So the word wealth means lots of things to lots of different people, as I always say. okay? It certainly can indicate an increase in financial abundance, material wealth, all of that sort of thing. It definitely can indicate that, yes. A lot of people tend to forget that it can also mean growth on more of a deeper personal level as well, okay? I know everyone gets excited about the material parts of this energy, and yeah, okay, it's understandable because, you know, money does give you options. That's very well known, right? So with this, I feel that Spirit is trying to tell you to put this to good use. Some way, somehow, any way that you can. Okay, it feels like you're being given the opportunity this week, Scorpio, to pay it forward a little bit. Okay? Absolutely, yes. Enjoy this increase of material wealth. Okay? Enjoy it. Don't forget to do something good with it as well. Okay? Don't forget to pay it forward where possible. Safihu, it can also indicate your energy levels returning, right? So if you are some kind of creative, which these two giant whales indicate that you could be very knowledgeable, very, very creative. You might have suffered through some sort of brain fog or writer's block or creative block more recently. This indicates there's a release of that, okay? This indicates that this week you're going to have ideas coming at you quicker than what you know what to do with, okay? Maybe might be a good idea to, I don't know, use your phone as a voice recorder so that you've got notes on the go of these ideas coming in, so that you don't forget these ideas, okay? Because there's strong indications here that this week there's an incredible, almost like epiphany. There's an incredible epiphany that hits you guys this week, and you're like, yeah, that's what I need to focus on. That's what I need to create. That's what I need to put out into the world. And it's not only are you going to be improving your own life by doing that with this Fihu, you're going to be improving the lives of many others as well. Okay? So I don't know, like, if this is a song, or if this is a book, or if this is something that you're making in the physical, art, like a piece of art, something like that, where people are going to see it, and it's just going to make them feel some kind of way about the situation that they themselves are in, and how they can uplift themselves through some kind of artwork or song or whatever this is that you're putting out there, okay? So improving your own life and improving the lives of others around you is a very powerful position to be in. And that makes sense as to why the word gravitas was coming through. You have more gravitas than you might have appreciated that you actually have, okay? People are really going to listen to you this week. Right, so the deal with this deck, before I start really badly shuffling it, you can see it's an awkward shape. I have been practicing with this deck, and I love the messages, okay? The messages that come through it are incredible and powerful and beautiful. Not loving the shape of the deck so much, okay? I'm just going to level with you. So I'll just warn you of that before you critique my really bad shuffling of this deck, right? It's unpleasant to shuffle through. So while I was practicing, I realized, okay, the best way to do this deck is to do a little overhand shuffle with it and then we're actually going to split the deck to get your message, okay? That's the best way to do this. Right, what did you get? Wolfenite. Now, I do believe you had that one out that came out last Sunday. It sounds vaguely familiar. Wolfenite. It says, journey past life and soul contracts. The journey has only just begun. Wolfenite can travel through your past, present and future and opens up communication with the spirit world. This is quite a loaded sentence there. Okay, messages about the journey that you're currently on. Messages about information coming through to you from beyond the veil. It also aids in past life recognition, helping you to see soul contracts that you've made in this lifetime, facilitating the karmic reunion and completing a cycle once the lesson has been learned. So some karmic cycle is being completed this week, Scorpio, where that particular lesson has now been learned. Wolfenite is a powerful past life healing stone, resolving any issues that need to be faced and regaining magic lost in past lives to be used here and now. And it's associated with Sagittarius, Venus and Mars. You might have Sagittarius in your Venus placement or your Mars placement. So with this one, a lot of focus on soul contracts, closing out karmic cycles. It feels to me like they're kind of saying it's going to help you to utilize a skill or a talent that you have in this lifetime that perhaps in your childhood, or maybe even in a past life, you were shamed for having that skill or talent. Okay. I'm not one that's big on the whole past lives thing, because I'm one of these where I'm very much sort of right here and now is what's important. Right? So I would say for the vast majority, this could be about a skill, a talent, or something that you were incredibly good at when you were younger. In this lifetime, that you were encouraged not to pursue. I feel that you're going to be picking that back up this week. And changing your own life and the lives of those around you in very significant ways by doing that. Okay. You're daring to step out of the box, and it's possible that Wolfenite can actually help you out with that. It's part of your soul contract, this skill or talent that you have that you were encouraged to keep hidden, or maybe you were shamed on keeping that particular skill or talent hidden. It's going to change your life in a very beautiful way. Okay. Right, let's take a look at Tea Leaf and see what messages are coming through for you guys with that. And we'll see how the pieces of all of this are clicking in, okay? Right, what else? For Scorpio, for the 20th to the 27th. Thank you. Ooh, this one's off centre. The Claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. The Claw off centre. So you're definitely going to have to clarify that one. So what they're saying with that is not to take unnecessary risks, okay? Don't take risks that you're not comfortable with taking. And pay attention if anyone else is trying to put seeds of doubt in your head. If anyone else is sitting there going, oh, Scorpio, don't do this, that, and the next, it's too risky. Well, no one's going to know your life better than you do, okay? So try not to take advice from others where they're just putting their fear onto you. You've got younger women that's also come out off center, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So there's possibly a younger woman involved with this that's got their own agenda. Okay, again, we're going to find out more when we pull the tarot. What else for Scorpio, please? The Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Okay. Can you have one more for Scorpio, please? What's going on for Scorpio? Oh, hold on. The cards are going a little bit crazy. The Dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. The Hat, off center, you will be playing a different role. And the Dog, off center, protection from a powerful friend. Okay. Very confusing energy, Scorpio. Let's see if we can make sense of this one. So, younger women with danger, especially in money matters, with fear, worries, tense situations, Dagger, stabbed in the back. This is feeling a lot like a cost-cutting exercise gone wrong. It's indicating a younger female energy is putting forward ideas this week, Scorpio, that sound a lot like cutting corners. Their agenda is to reduce outgoings, to cut costs of something. This could be to do with your business plans. This could be going on at your work. Okay, this could be someone influential who's putting ideas in like the manager's heads. This could be one of your friends. Again, take it as it resonates. It feels short-sighted. Okay, this energy is very short-sighted. It's like, okay, if we cut this corner over here, if we cut that corner over there, then we're going to save X amount. But in actual fact, it's creating a very dangerous environment almost, because it's so short-sighted. Okay, and then we've got, you'll be playing a different role, but it's off-center. So someone's fears and worries, someone else causing a tense situation, is putting you off taking the necessary risks. There's a fearmonger here in your energy, a fearmonger. Protection from a powerful friend, off-center. That's dishonesty. It's dishonesty straight up. So when I combine all of this, Scorpio, it tells me that you've been, or you might end up discussing with this younger feminine energy your plans for the future, your ideas for the future, and they're sitting there doing their best, trying to discourage you from playing a different role, trying to discourage you from stepping out of your box, as it were. It feels a bit icky to me, because it feels like they're putting their own agenda onto you. Okay? So, we need to pull the tarot and see what comes out of the tarot. And again, I'll keep trying to make sense of this. Okay, we need to take a deeper dive. Right, was this claw for Scorpio? What's this claw? Careful, do not take risks. And why is it off center? What's going on? Damn. Devil. It's come out of centre as well. Yeah, the Devil, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups all off centre. Okay. Straight away, Scorpio, this younger feminine energy is going to try and bring up the past. Okay. They're going to try and bring up the past in order to try and stop you from taking the necessary risks that you're needing to be taking this week. Now, obviously, Spirit's not on about ridiculous risks. Okay, running across the road without looking. Like, let's not get it twisted. This is calculated risks. This is to do with something that you've been planning for a while. You've been planning on doing something for a while. And you've got this younger feminine energy trying to convince you that your idea is a bad one, and they're bringing up the past. Devil, Six of Cups, Three of Cups off centre. They're bringing up the past. It could be past failures. They're bringing up past failures. Oh, it didn't work back then. What the hell makes you think it's going to work now? Well, it's going to work now, Scorpio, because you're a completely different person now. There's been a lot of time has passed since back then and now. That's why this energy's come out squiffy. Bringing up the past in a negative light. Bringing up mistakes. Bringing up your mistakes. I do need to be specific with that. This is someone gossiping about mistakes that you made in the past. And then making you feel like shit about this new plan, this new ambition that you have. Oh, Scorpio, why the hell do you think it'll work now? They have their own agenda. I need to tell you that. They have their own agenda. Let's take a look at what that might be. We should do that now. We'll do that now. What is this younger women's agenda? Or younger feminine energies agenda? Six of Coins. Fairness, equality, generosity. It's something to do with them wanting to be seen as being generous. Can you tell us more about this younger feminine energies agenda? Five of Cups. That card stuttered. Because you'll notice it didn't come out of the deck, it stuttered. It didn't want to go back in the deck. Five of Cups is a loss. Loss of a friendship, loss of a relationship. Sadness. Whoever this younger feminine is, Scorpio, I'm feeling that they It's a strange one because it's. I'll try and explain it. They don't want to lose you, but the way that they're going about it is quite manipulative. It is quite manipulative. It has to be said. It's like this feminine is afraid of you discovering your true power, your true gravitas. They're afraid of that because in their head it means that you're not going to need them anymore. 6 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. That's what their agenda is. Whoever this energy is, they're wanting for you to depend solely upon them. Okay. It's weird. It's really weird. And it's something to do with money. With this bear, the danger especially in money matters for Scorpio. Sustain. Oh, okay. Wheel of Fortune off center, 2 of Pentacles off center, and the Hierophant off center. So the zodiacs that you've got out so far is Capricorn, Taurus, Sagittarius. This feminine energy is afraid that you actually are going to be successful, Scorpio. They're not afraid that you're going to fail. They're not afraid of that. They're afraid that you might outgrow them. I'm just shaking my head at these cards like, what the hell? Someone is not thinking straight. They're not acting right. They're acting shifty as hell. They're saying things to you that don't even make sense. Contradicting themselves frequently with the 2 of Pentacles off center. And the Hierophant off center is going back on their word. Someone's going to go back on their word this week, Scorpio. And it's going to be very, very hurtful. This is someone that you would consider as being close. This is someone that you would consider as a close friend. Like this could be your sister. Or someone that you view as being like your sister. Going back on their word. And again, it's to do with money. What's this dagger? Feeling very betrayed and backstabbed by this person. It's like you're going to be saying to them, is that what you think of me? Is that what you think of me? Really? What's this dagger for Scorpio, please? Oh. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. It's bitterness. Someone's bitter about your gift, about your potential. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify these two. Something dodgy. There's something dodgy going on with this energy. Page of... See, in this combination, there's excitement, there's adventure, there's enlightenment, there's a lot of growth. And with that snake, there's rebirth, healing. There's a huge opportunity for you guys this week. A fantastic opportunity. And there's one person that's trying to convince you, oh, don't do it, Scorpio. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. And you're not going to regret it at all. Why would you regret taking on this huge opportunity that potentially is going to see you not just grow as a person, but grow financially as well? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Someone is not going to be supporting you this week, Scorpio, when they should be supporting you. What's this Eight of Cups with the Two of Cups? Why am I getting a really bad feeling off of that combination, please? It's kind of like a threat. Do you know what I mean? It's a threat. Oh, well, maybe we should just go our separate ways then. Right? What's going on? Eight of Cups with the Two of Cups for Scorpio, please. Eight of Cups to the Two of Cups. What's going on? Thank you. Page of Swords off center with a Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed indicates recovery. That's an emotional recovery. And then the Page of Swords off center is telling someone that they're needing to check their facts. Need to make sure that they've got their facts right. That they can't operate off of faulty or old information. Is that what this person's going off of? Old information? Are they judging you by the old version of you? Possible, with the symbol of the snake being there. It's very possible. Perhaps this is an individual that doesn't believe that... I mean, it's a strange thing to say. It's like they don't believe that people can grow. They don't believe people can change. Or they just don't see you as being an adult. Maybe that's their problem. This tells me that whoever this person is, Scorpio, they are afraid, because we're clarifying fear and worries and tense situation. They're afraid that you're going to do better without them. Definitely afraid that you're going to outgrow them. Maybe you already have. Maybe you already have. This individual is going to try and do everything that they can in their power to convince you not to take this fantastic opportunity this week. You need to play a different role. That's a must. It's a necessity. It is I cannot emphasize on how necessary it is for you to play a different role. How necessary it is for you to take this opportunity that's coming at you with both hands. What is this new role or different role for Scorpio? What's this all about? A new roll, different roll for Scorpio. What's going on? There's literally a sunrise in that card. Temperance. It's part of your soul contract. Definitely part of your soul contract. It's tied into your gifts, your spirituality. Can you have another card for this for Scorpio, please? Oh, again, weird. Like, these cards didn't jump out the deck, they just refused to go back in. It's a powerful metaphor. You refuse to go back in that box. You refuse to go back in. Seven of Swords. Nine of Cups. Why on earth is the Seven of Swords coming out with the Nine of Cups? Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, is happiness. It's an abundant life. It's an abundance of happiness. It's creating that lifestyle that you're happy with so that you can then share that with others. Nine of Cups is that feeling of completion, satisfaction, happy, safe, settled. It's you finally being at that place of inner peace, if you like. Why on earth is it coming out with the Seven of Swords? Which is a danger card. It's lies, trickery, deception. Something being hidden. Like I said, it's vital that you grasp this abundant opportunity this week, Scorpio. It is vital that you don't listen to the doomsayers and the fearmongers around you. Because ultimately, you're going to be gambling with your own happiness. You're going to be gambling with your own sense of inner peace. And that is a gamble not worth taking. It isn't. What's this Seven of Swords for Scorpio, please? What's the Seven of Swords? I rest my case. Five of Pentacles. And look how it's come out. It's come out squiffy. Five of Pentacles. Lack energy. It is your responsibility, Scorpio, for you not to allow external influences, whoever they might be, to put you in this energy of lack. That is your responsibility. To not carry their energy, their thoughts, their opinions as if it were your own. That's the power that you have. Now, bearing in mind we're clarifying that Seven of Swords, the card of deception, the card that reminds you there is a much better way to do things. You want to take that path this week of doing things in a much better, in a much different way. That does not involve you having certain other individuals put negative shit in your head about your own abilities. Someone else around you, Scorpio, is being incredibly insecure about what part they're going to have to play in your life after you make it big, after you become successful. They're shitting themselves and they're going, well, Scorpio's not going to need me anymore. Which quite simply isn't true. What you don't need, Scorpio, is you don't need this person interfering. You don't need them putting negative shit in your head. All you're needing is a little bit of support. That's it. What's this dog off center, please? Dog off center can indicate disloyalty. This week, because you've had the message here, where it says, be loyal, friends and family are your treasures, you're going to be finding out exactly who is for you and who is not for you this week, Scorpio. You're going to be finding out exactly who are the treasures, and I hate to say it, who is the trash. Is this dog off center? For Scorpio, please. Oh. Let's see how subtle that is. The Fool. Aquarius energy. Now I'm suspicious that this individual is trying to take your spot, as it were. Are they trying to take your place? Are they trying to encourage you to leave so that they can fill in the void that you leave? Because I'm suspicious now. Can I have another card for this, please, for Scorpio? Daughter of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Student. Willing to learn. You're willing to learn. You're willing to be a student. Or you're being encouraged to be a student this week. You're being encouraged to be willing to learn. With the rainbow, that's Spirit's way of saying there is hope. There is hope. And someone disloyal is trying to dull your shine. You have another card for this for Scorpio, please. The Fool is also about surrender. Surrender, release, acceptance, the start of a new journey. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Star. Again, why would anybody be afraid? Nightmare card of the Ten of Pentacles? Why would anyone be afraid of being successful? They could also be saying that someone is afraid of a certain friend, a certain family member. You could be afraid of them. You could be afraid for their mental state or afraid for other reasons here. But to have the Nightmare card right next to the Ten of Pentacles, again, even you've got to admit that's a pretty strange combination. Star, the place where dreams and wishes come true. So you see, I feel that this person, whoever they are, they might actually have gotten in your head. They might have gotten in your head. They might have gotten you at this stage of being afraid of your own success. They might well have done. Because you've also got the Eight of Swords, which is a mental prison. In this deck, it asks for you to break free from that. Someone else's projections. Queen of Wands. It's time for you to attract what it is that you need in your life. Queen of Wands attracts. They do not chase, they attract. Your energy is very attractive, Scorpio. You could well be attracting a lot of attention this week. A lot. You're definitely attracting a lot of success this week. And it's making someone else freak out and panic. And then with them projecting that onto you, you might find yourself freaking out and panicking. They say that happiness is contagious. Fear is also contagious. Very much so. And that's exactly what's going on with this energy this week, Scorpio. Be mindful that you don't catch someone else's fear. Okay. You have a healing message for Scorpio, please? Healing message for Scorpio. Fire initiation. And look at this. Yes. It's like I was telling you at the start of the read, Scorpio. It is imperative that you take that calculated risk, that you start this thing that you've been wanting to start for many years for some of you. A long time. It's imperative that you start that this week. That you play that different role. Okay. The Yes card is a divine affirmation of positive energy as it indicates a favourable outcome of any situation. The universe is saying yes to your hopes, wishes and deepest desires. If you have been looking for confirmation that you're making the right decision, then see this oracle as a positive sign that your plans are supported. Yeah. So, certain people on the human level might not be supporting you here, Scorpio, but the divine certainly is. Your ancestors definitely are. Your own inner self definitely is. And then you've got fire initiation. Fire initiation symbolizes the strength of will, courage and inner power needed to overcome life's challenges. It speaks of personal mastery, self-control and the ability to face adversity with confidence and grace. When the fire initiation card appears in a reading, then you're being encouraged to let go of any fear, doubt or insecurities and embrace your inner wisdom. Life is not without its challenges, but it's through overcoming these challenges that we learn and grow. No matter the obstacle, never forget that you're capable of achieving your wildest dreams. You've been encouraged to go out into the world and consciously choose to chase the things that ignite your soul. Life is a sacred gift that is meant to be lived fully in the present moment. It is up to you to seize opportunities when they arise or create them for yourself through taking inspired action, passion, and drive. The inner fire and life force energy that exists within you is calling for radical change. Only you can create a life that sets your heart alight. The world is waiting for you to shine. And then it's got an initiation. So number 1, they're saying for you to set achievable goals. So break down your dreams into smaller steps so that they're easier to accomplish, and create an action plan for how to achieve each one. Number 2, then take action. You start taking action each day. Be sure to track your own progress and try not to get overwhelmed by the end goal. Remember, baby steps. Number 3, persevere. Do not be discouraged if you hit a roadblock along the way. Continue to stay focused on what you set out to achieve, and eventually you will find a way around it. Number 4, self-belief. Believe in yourself and your vision. Visualize yourself living the life that you desire, and know that your desires would not exist if you weren't capable of actually achieving them. Number 5, seek support. Reach out to loved ones for encouragement. Okay? Consider joining a support group or investing in a mentor or coach. But remembering that the topic of your reading this week, Scorpio, was you're going to feel really let down, quite possibly abandoned by someone significant this week, Scorpio. So reach out to others that you actually can trust. Okay? Do not rely on motivation. Discipline and consistency will take you further than motivation ever will. Motivation will provide a short-term burst of energy, but it's not sustainable in the long run. Without a consistent and disciplined approach, your progress will be short-lived. And number 7, celebrate your wins. Celebrate your victories and accomplishments, no matter how small. And this will inspire you to keep moving forward, okay? So, I mean, it's fairly on point there, considering the context of your read. Spirit's telling you to go for it, okay? This card's telling you, look, you've got to do it for yourself. And to not allow anyone else, in the meanwhile, to basically put shitty ideas in your head about, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that, because ultimately they've got their own agendas. Right, so, yeah. I will not be silenced. Nor should you be. Do what you fucking love. Exactly. Again, on point. And from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a fuck. Other people's fears, worries, and concerns are not your fears, worries, and concerns. Nor should you give a fuck about that, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. As always, please do keep in mind, tarot is not the one that's in charge. It's just a temperature check. It is not set in stone. You get to decide whatever happens next, okay? The only thing that tarot can do is it tells you what's going on around you, okay? Anything that you decide to do with it is completely up to you. Yeah, please do remember to like the video as well and subscribe to my channel if you did like it and you want to see more. The information for personal readings for our Patreon page and everything else that you're needing to know, you're going to find it all in my description box and my pinned comment below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.